Thank you. Just find a seat. Uh, If you're standing and you would like to seat, there is overflow seating in the palm room. You're all standing before me. I'm calling the meeting to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Mayor Paul,
Here.
Vice Mayor Whitman,
Here.
Councilmember Alfonso,
Here.
Councilmember Starkey,
Here.
Councilmember Lewis,
Here.
Mr. Lemack,
Here.
Mr. Lewis, Mr. Holste,
Here.
Mr. Weinthal.
Here.
Mayor, you have a quorum.
Thank you. Welcome. We have a full house tonight. As usual, our first meeting, the first of the month, we have public comments where you come up and speak. You have 3 minutes each. However, discussion will not be permitted on any item on the agenda for public hearing, and that includes anything that I will pull to be heard during the public hearing. Speakers may speak on those items when the item is announced during the during the public hearing as part of our present policy. So you each have 3 minutes, and I'll start with the first row. Is there anyone that wishes to speak? Or if you wish to speak, just come down the center aisle and stand there, and we'd love to hear you. Hi, Chris. Are you speaking? Come on. Looks like it's yours.
Well, you guys are going to be very happy tonight. Unfortunately, I have a family medical emergency, so I'm going to do something that y'all aren't used to. I'm going to be brief.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Just a few comments. I'm going to make one quick comment before I get into what I wanted to get into, but in relation to something that's going to be happening further down in the deal. If we don't have the budget, if we're struggling with the budget so much, we shouldn't be buying additional property. If we don't have the budget to do the parks and the things that we need properly as promised to the residents, we shouldn't be buying additional property. I want to touch for a second on our learned founding fathers. Genius that they were. I want to talk about Benjamin Franklin. Benjamin Franklin wrote an address to the Continental Congress. It was in a letter form, and it was called The Dangers of Salaried Bureaucracy. Basically, he was warning us about what we could expect later in our government, and it was about mankind's predisposition to yearn for two things, power and money. When they get into those positions, it becomes a vicious cycle where they yearn for more and more power, and they stop caring about their original intent. They stop representing the people, and they start representing themselves. This was the warning that the framers gave us. And unfortunately, I think this is exactly what we are seeing today out of this council. I think you've all given in to the temptation. I don't think you're representing us anymore. I think you're representing yourselves. I think it's time for you guys to go and be replaced with a fresh group of representatives of the people. I think it's been forgotten that you're there to represent us. We're not there to work for you. You guys are here to work for us. I'm going to ask you guys to please resign or drop out of the election. We, the residents, need new, honest, and true representation, not a deep state. Find out more at News Now Davie YouTube channel. Thank you. Have a good night.
Is there anyone else who wishes to speak?
Hi, my name is Louis J.D. Simone Jr. I live at 6201 Southwest 39th Street. The reason why I'm here tonight, I'm asking for a little bit of help. I've gone to code compliance, I've gone to everybody, and they told me come here and talk to town council. My neighbor last year flew a shed over my house into his backyard. Well, there's somebody living in the shed, which considers it another dwelling. He never pulled any permits, never did anything. He's got power to it, he's got water to it, and sewer to it from his house. Okay, he put up a big privacy fence. Whether he pulled a permit for that, couldn't tell you. And he's got 10 cars parked in his front yard. So when I call code compliance, oh, there's nothing we can do. It's not a Davie statute, unlimited to vehicles. So I'm here tonight asking you if we can have a limited amount of vehicles per household. He has 15 cars parked in front of his house every night. 6 cars all day long in front of his house. When everybody else comes home from work, they park in the swale or they park in the neighbors' yards, and nobody does nothing about it. I was told there's a violation for him having no grass in his front yard. It's all dirt. Well, 45 days ago, they went ahead and put a violation on his house. There's still no grass. It's all dirt. I'm asking for a little bit of help to change things so my property value stays where it's at and doesn't decline, and cleans it up a little bit. I mean, he's the only one on the whole block that has 10, 15 cars parked in front of his house. The neighbor on the west of him, he parks 2 cars in his swale, which the neighbor died 6 years ago. The old lady across the street from him, her family took her out of there 3 months ago and put her in assisted living. So there's nobody there. I lived over there for almost 30 years. I've been in Davie since the 70s. I used to ride in the arena before there was a top on it. I'm asking for a little bit of help to change some statutes to clean it up a little bit. Because John LaJoy, or whatever his name is at Code Compliance, he tells me there's nothing he can do about it. He says, I have to come here and speak to you people. And that's why I'm here tonight. I've never done this before, but that's why I'm here tonight.
And that's what this is for. Mr. Weinfeld?
Yes,
Would
Mayor.
you meet with him?
I already gave him my card. Please email me. I will look into it. I already spoke with him and gave him my card.
This has been going on for 10 years.
Yeah, well, why don't you give him a call?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Last time I did this, I called Kokum, he threatened me. I came home from work one day, there's a bag by my front door with a dead chicken with its head cut off. Come on, seriously?
I'll get it.
10 years I've been dealing with this. My house is almost paid off. I don't know if I want to stay or go.
No.
Please,
The-
help.
yes, the attorney will talk to you. We'll try to help you as much as we can.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for coming. Tula, did you want to speak?
Hi. Tula Amana, 5030 Southwest 109th Avenue, Davie 33328. I kind of disagree. I believe that with Chris, I believe that the problem is when you remain silent. When you are involved in the resolution of conflict like this gentleman just asked you to do to please help him resolve something, it gets resolved. Our problem comes when you guys don't talk. I'm running for District 3 against Susan Starkey. However, Susan is very, very straightforward, polite. Nothing changes in her attitude. We're still talking about the water in Cooper City and everything. So my objection is for you have me kind of spoiled because for 17 years you used to talk and decide for yourselves. Don't let other people that live in other cities, other faraway people that have different interests, unrelated to David, to speak for you anymore. I would appreciate it if you stand up like you always used to do for us. I think you have dedicated your entire life, unlike the rest of us that also have a job and will kind of split, but most of you don't. You're 100% there for Davie. My problem is that many, many times I wanted to speak to you directly in sitting around a table with the city attorney, the city manager, and also Philip Hall, CRA, but it didn't happen. I would like to not have gone this far where we have gone, where a Fort Lauderdale attorney, well known to represent certain developers that won my land in Boca Fort Lauderdale and Hallandale, the remaining parcels for his clients. And that's not an allegation, I can prove that. So you need to step up and get a Davie attorney. Don't get one from Fort Lauderdale at this point. I would like direct communication. That's all I really had to say. Thank you so much. And I thank you, Susan, for the water. Our neighborhood United Ranch is really needed. I'll be happy to provide the easement for my neighbors that is needed there too. Oh, and before I forget, Mr. David Quigley, you breaking my heart leaving the city. I mean, the town of Davie, what are they gonna do without you? I realize David Abramson is incredible also. The two of you made a great team too. I don't know the other gentleman, he's younger. But I wish you all the best in Egypt, and may you get a tan and enjoy your life. Thank you.
Thank you. Susan?
Hi, my name is Susan Levy. I live at 3041 Southwest 51st Avenue, 33314. My first time, and first time speaking here. I don't agree with the gentleman who was very rude. To bash everybody, I think that is so inappropriate. My district councilwoman, who's also vice mayor, any time that we had called her with any problem whatsoever, that same day it got resolved. So I don't know what he is talking about. And before that, when Carol was still with us, if she also helped. I know for a fact that people that lived in Susan's district that I know, I had given Susan's phone number, they called her the same day it got resolved. So I don't know what his problem was or is, but he should get his facts straight. Thank you so very much. And you guys need to be re-elected because you guys are doing a terrific job. Thank you so much.
Is there anyone else that wishes to speak? Seeing none, I'll close the public comment. What? Oh, they had asked to come up. I couldn't see.
My name is Ben Scalzo, and I live in
Can you speak into the
4029.
mic, please?
My name is Ben Scalzo, and I live in Imagination Farms, 4029 Southwest 141 Avenue. Before my time runs out, I'd like to, this is my first time, even though I've lived here 25 years. So there are a few things, these are bullet points that you can take note and absorb, because I'm going to follow them up with you at a later time, because we don't have enough time. All right? You are the town administrators. You are the representatives of this community. You're running for re-election. Some of you too, right? Okay, so what have you done for me lately? That's the number one question. All the roads around Imagination Farms, as bad as they were 30 years ago, you haven't done anything about it. Pembroke Pines is renewing all the roads. You guys are not doing anything. That's number one. We pay taxes. We support our police. We really do. But we pay double the tax because we also pay for the sheriff's office. I'm not against that, really, but it is what it is. I can't change that. Sunrise Water. When you talk about taxation without representation, I have samples of my water out of my kitchen faucet that have more chlorine than the pool, and I've had a pool for 20 years. More chlorine than the pool. Absorb that. You're not doing anything. Oh, it's Sunrise. No, you are representing me. You got to keep me safe, not Sunrise. Think about that. Traffic lights. Red light cameras. You want to be reelected when you put red light cameras all over the place? If any police officer tells you that those red light cameras are okay, they're lying to you. I'm a retired detective. I've been there before they started doing that. You know when they started doing that in New York? When the city went berserk. Now they have red light cameras and speed cameras in front of your house. Is that the road you want to take? They're unconstitutional. They really are. The Supreme Court screwed up. First they want to take them down, then they said okay. We'll deal with that with the people who are running for the state legislature. These people are sick, and you guys don't have enough money where you got to go there to collect the extra money? You're kidding me. Anyway, I'd like you to take those notes and think about it because I'm going to follow up.
Would you give us a copy
Mr.
of
Lewis, is that you?
your bullet points?
Yeah, I'll send you a text, so maybe one of these days we'll get together. That is me. Okay? Ask me a question.
No, I was going to say, if you would give your bullet list to the attorney and we can
The
address.
attorney? Okay,
Thank you.
all right.
Is there anyone else who would like to speak? Seeing none, now I will close the public comments portion, and we'll go on to the agenda. The first item is Florida Power and Lights Hurricane Preparedness. Senior External Affairs Manager is Mr. English.
Good afternoon, Madam Mayor, Council. Thank you for the opportunity to have this conversation. I know there was a clicker here. Oh, there we go. Thank you very much. Again, Baldwin English, Senior External Affairs Manager for FPL. Here, I cover the southern portion of Broward County, and I welcome the opportunity to walk you through who we are, what we're doing, and how we are preparing for our 2026 hurricane season. As you can see, I'll go through this very quickly. We serve about half the state here, 91,000 miles of lines and millions of transformers and poles. We run a very big operation, which is good because when we have an issue here in South Florida, we're able to deploy resources down here. And similarly, as we've had storm activation because of the storm that has impacted a little bit of the panhandle, we've been able to help deploy staff there while still keeping the lights on here in South Florida. So a lot of times people ask, when do we start planning for hurricane season? And that it's a year-round process, right? So as soon as hurricane season ends, literally the next day, we're looking at things that went well and things that can be improved upon. So it is a year-round process. Just a few months ago, we had our annual storm drill. If you ran into any FPL employee during this particular week, we are receiving emails and having meetings as if there was a major storm that was happening. And we do that to make sure that our communication and all of our processes are running as we prepare for the next year. And as an elected officials, if you'd like to see what we do at our annual storm drill next year, please, we can make that happen for you. It happens in Palm Beach County. Last year was the first time in 10 years we had no hurricanes that made impact in the United States, which was great, right? The year before, we know that 2024 had several hurricanes that made impact here in the state of Florida. Fortunately, none of them impacted us here in Davie or in the South Florida area, but you can see on the screen where those storms hit. As you know, right now, we are facing very warm waters, and we just had, I think we're in B, right? I don't know if that was a named storm that just passed, where I think that we're in B already. So we are preparing as if a storm is going to happen and hit us directly here. We have to prepare like that every year. To do that, what we've done over the last 20 years is harden our electrical grid, right? So 97% of our transmission lines have been hardened, strengthened. 85% of our power lines have also been hardened. And you can see the stats there about our distribution as well. And really the benefit of this and some of the technology that we've deployed is to avoid outages that otherwise would have occurred. And also it helps to reduce outage times and so forth. And we're actually doing a lot of work here in the town of Davie to underground lines and so forth. That's part of our hardening efforts as well. In 2025, we achieved the lowest outage frequency in company history. So we really believe that all of the investments that we've made, billions of dollars to be clear, over the last 20 years since the 2004 or 5 hurricane seasons, have really gone to benefit all of us here as customers of FPL. In addition to the strengthening of the grid, the physical infrastructure, we also have technology that we deploy that helps us to avoid outages that otherwise would have occurred. So the technology is smart. There's a lot of discussion about AI these days, but we have been using similar technology for years. So if there is an outage that is about to happen, the system can read that and reroute power from another area where many years ago there would have been an outage for a certain period of time. You would not even notice that an outage has been avoided because of this technology deployment. And in addition, we're able to restore power when it does go out much quicker than we did before. And how we're able to do that in a large part is by the deployment of our drones. If you can think about, the gentleman said he's been here 30 years in the town of Davie. 30 years ago, if there was a hurricane that happened and there were downed trees along a path, we would have to wait for a vegetation crew to come and cut the trees and make sure that our crews can get through so that they can physically lay eyes on the infrastructure to ensure that we can safely turn the power back on. And that would sometimes take hours to get a neighborhood back up, right? Now with the deployment of drones, we can fly drones that scan the area, that look for hot spots, and make sure that it is safe to turn the power back on in literally minutes as opposed to hours as previously we would have to wait for. So you can see on the screen a couple of the drones that we do utilize, and on the right, that is our baby, FPL Era 1. It is a fixed air drone that we're able to use. And we don't just use these drones in storm recovery, but we use them every day for regular routine deployment as well. So as part of our planning, we do, and not just our planning, but as part of our process in addressing storm issues, we do have a command center in Palm Beach County, which is hardened, Cat 5 hardened. It's able to run 24 hours. It's not normally running, but it runs when we do activate for storm. A lot of times people ask, how do we restore power? So the first thing we do after a storm runs, after a storm passes through the area, we make sure that the power plant is running. Usually that's not an issue. That's a pretty quick check. Then we make sure that our transmission power lines, the big poles, the big structures with the heavy lines, we make sure that those are running well into our substation. We make sure that those are operating effectively. And then really the next thing after that is we have an agreement and receive some direction from the county as to making sure that our critical infrastructure is back on first. It could be our police stations, hospitals, sometimes major roadways. Each county has different priorities, but a lot of them align along the same priorities, right? And then after that, our goal is to restore power to the largest number of customers safely and as quickly as possible. Right? The largest amount of customers. So if you have a crew that's at a fork in the road and to the right, it's a very dense neighborhood and they can spend an hour there and restore power to 1,000 customers, as opposed to going to the left where it may be 20 or 30 homes. They're going to go to the right and get as many people back on as quickly and as safely as possible. I mentioned the identification of the critical infrastructure. So right now we are in July, and it's never too late to prepare for hurricane season. So certainly make sure you have water, batteries, and all of the essentials that you need to ensure that you are able to fend for yourself for a couple of days until waters recede or whatever the case may be. And every presentation I make, I stress this because a lot of people don't utilize it. FPL, there are many ways to communicate with us through the phone, internet, and so forth. The FPL app is the best way to communicate with us and for us to communicate with you on a daily basis, storm or not. So if Android, I'm Team Android. Team Android? All right, thank you. But even if you're an Apple lover, the app is available on both both platforms, and I encourage everyone, go to your Apple Store, your Google Store, download the FPL app. It is a great way for us to communicate. If there's a light outage, you want to report that, you can report that there really easily, if there's a street light out or something like that. So that helps us to effectively communicate with each other. In addition, in terms of storm preparation, we identify about 100 staging sites statewide that allow us to deploy our crews to be able to respond quickly to a storm. I think in light of this storm that just passed, I think we had about 3 or 4 up in the Panhandle that were activated for storm response, right? So we are always looking to identify large areas, and it's tough down here in Miami-Dade and Broward County. It's tough to find that land, but we do have a couple of sites here in Broward that we have been able to come to terms with for that purpose. And I want to, make sure that everyone is aware that, we work until the work is done. I'm here in a suit and tie, but I literally have my steel-toe boots and my hat and my safety gear in the car right now because we have to do what needs to be done to get power back on as quickly as possible. And sometimes that means getting dirty, right? So we do what we need to do, and we are here to make sure that all customers are restored should an outage occur. And with that, I think I am done. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions? Councilmember Starkey?
Yeah, Mr. English, I want to thank you for having that FP&L station with all of the electronic grids and everything.
Yes.
When you all first opened that up in Davie. I think most of us were able to go to the tour and actually see live what you all can do. You could pinpoint anyone's house to see if they were receiving power.
Yes.
And it was pretty, back then, I was blown away about the technologies that you all had. So thank you for that. I think that FP&L's done a great job at trying to put underground in my Davie West community. They've done a good job. I think we were one of the first in Davie to go underground at that HOA. So they were very cooperative. So they did a good job, and we want to thank you for that.
Thank you for those comments.
Mayor.
Appreciate that.
Vice Mayor?
Thank you for the presentation.
Yes, ma'am.
I've got one question. The telephone poles that are still standing that have nothing connected to them where they're leaning, when are those going to be removed?
It's hard for me to answer that question. It depends on a couple of factors, time being the main one. If it was a telephone pole, as you identified it, then at some point we removed our infrastructure as well as the communications company. After we remove our infrastructure, if it was a pole that was owned by us, after a certain amount of time, 6 months to a year, depending on some certain factors, that pole ownership reverts to the communications company, AT&T, right? So if that time has passed, that ownership and responsibility of the pole removal falls on the communications agency. But what I can do is, if there's a specific pole or poles that you have in mind, I'll send you an email.
Okay.
I reach out to you. We can identify those poles and see the status of those and make sure that we get those removed if they need to be at this point.
All right, thank you.
Right?
And I just, I went underground this year, and I appreciated the amount of time and effort that was put in by the individuals to see that it was all done very, very carefully and very neatly. So thank you for that.
I appreciate that, Mayor. I'll pass on those kind words to that
Okay,
team.
thank you.
Thank you.
Our next presentation is a very exciting new idea being presented by our Housing and Community Affairs Manager, Glenda Martinez, on Savor Davie Dining.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, Town Council, and members of the community. I'm Glenda Martinez, Housing and Community Affairs Manager for the town of Davie. So tonight, I'm pleased to present Savor Davie, a new community dining program that showcases Davie's locally owned restaurants while encouraging residents and visitors to dine local and discover everything our restaurant community has to offer. So the program will run from August 1st through September 15th. So this 6-week program will give diners the flexibility to visit multiple restaurants and enjoy the special menus that at their convenience. So what is Savor Davie? Well, it's a town-led business promotion and community engagement initiative This inaugural pilot program brings together 8 locally owned restaurants that have each created a special prefix menu exclusively for the event. So our goal is to increase awareness of Davie's locally owned restaurants. We want to encourage our residents and visitors to dine local, and also to create a signature seasonal dining promotion that supports our local economy. And so with the program, each participating restaurant created a 3-course prefix menu with its unique offerings. So each menu includes a first course, an entree, and a third course, which could be a dessert or another specialty item. So restaurants selected one of 3 price points. So it's either $35, $45, or $60 based on their concept and their menu offerings. Participation is completely voluntary, and there was no cost to the restaurants to be able to be a part of the program. So back in March, we issued an open call inviting the restaurants to participate, and we promoted this opportunity through the town's communication channels. And marketing efforts are already underway. We've launched a campaign by sharing videos, and we've provided the participating restaurants with marketing materials. And of course, we'll continue to promote the program through the town's website and social media throughout the entire event. And of course, the part that everybody's been waiting for, who are the restaurants that are participating? So here's a list of all 8 of them, and now I'll walk you through the menus highlighting each one of them. So up first, we have Blackjack's Rum Bar and Grill. Give you a minute to view. Up next, Geronimo's Grill. Luke's Seafood and Grill. Mama Chea Cafe. Ovivi's. Palace Indian. Faux Bar Vietnamese Kitchen. And finally, the Greek Joint Kitchen and Bar. And so additional information, including all of the restaurant menus, will be available on the town's website as displayed. And we invite all to dine local from August 1st through September 15th. And before I conclude, I want to give a special thank you to our 8 participating restaurants for partnering with us on this inaugural program. I would also like to thank the Public Information Office for their creativity and support, and recognize Housing and Community Affairs staff members Jael Martinez and El Sanchez for their hard work for helping me bring this initiative to life. So thank you, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Do you have any questions? It's very exciting. Be a lot of fun. Doesn't give me much time to hit every one of them, but I intend to.
Hopefully in the 6 weeks. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Next, we have, we're going to hear from our Assistant Director of Parks and Recreation on a recap on the 4th of July. Chad, thank you for being here.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, Town Council, Administration, staff, and members of the public. Chad Pezel, Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Arts Assistant Director. I'm excited to be here tonight to present a number of upcoming events hosted by the town of Davie. But before I do, I'd like to recap and take a moment to recap the very successful Davie Fun on the 4th of July event, celebrating the 250th birthday of our great nation. We had over 1,200 pre-registered Davie families representing our 4 districts. The weather did not cooperate various times throughout the evening, but that did not impact the overall fun we all had. After multiple lightning and rain delays, we were able to fully open the event at 7:45 p.m. with rides, children's activities, and food vendors reopening. Unfortunately, the live band was unable to go on since their sound equipment was saturated. However, our sound technician was able to get music playing for the crowd. The overall attendance was close to 10,000 patrons, and the evening culminated with a drone show and fireworks. Event feedback was overwhelmingly positive, and we were thrilled to be able to get the drone show and fireworks off despite the weather. We wanted to say a special thank you to Davie Police and Fire for helping us to keep our patrons safe during the event. Thank you, Chief Kinsey and Gonzalez. Here's a brief recap video to highlight the drone show. The actual show was about 10 minutes, followed by a 20-minute fireworks show. Of the pre-registered families for the event, these are the percentages who attended based on zip code. District 1 represented 26% of attendees, District 2, 28%, District 3, 31%, and District 4, 15%. As you can see, the event was well attended across all districts. On Saturday, August 1st, the annual Take a Kid Fishing Rodeo will be held from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. at the Davie Golf Course. Children ages 5 to 12 will enjoy a morning of fishing fun, followed by raffle prizes and lunch. The cost of the event is $10 per child, which includes lunch, bait, a raffle ticket, commemorative t-shirt, and goodie bags sponsored by HCA Florida University Hospital. Prizes will also be awarded in 3 age groups for longest fish, most unusual catch, and our sportsmanship award. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission will also be on site to assist and provide information on the state laws and different species. This event is always a lot of fun, and it's amazing watching the amount of fish our young anglers catch. The always anticipated Miss Orange Blossom pageant will take place here at the Pine Island Multipurpose Center on Saturday, August 29th. Girls ages 2 to 18 years old are invited to compete for the title of Miss Orange Blossom. The Royal Court will ride an Orange Blossom parade and represent the town of Davie at various events throughout the year, the first being the September Rodeo. Speaking of the rodeo, the town of Davie's Bergeron Rodeo Grounds will again host the Davie Pro Rodeo, presented by the Weekly Brothers Pro Rodeo, on Saturday, September 12th at 7:30 p.m. The gates will be open an hour and a half prior to the performance. Be sure to get your tickets in advance because the rodeo is anticipated to sell out and tickets may not be available at the gate. The fiscal year wraps up with the much-anticipated Celebrate Davie event at the Bergeron Rodeo Grounds on Saturday, September 19th from 4 to 8 p.m. The event features local vendors, children activities, live music from country rock band Southern Stampede, and more. The following weekend, again here at the Pine Island Multipurpose Center, the town will host the countywide Mayor's Chess Challenge. Players of all ages and abilities are welcome to join us Saturday, October 3rd from 10 a.m. until noon. We are again teaming up with Chess Art for free chess classes and instruction. Raffle prizes and snacks will be available throughout the event, and kids can have their chess passport stamped by Mayor Paul. To recap, here are the dates for each event. August 1st will be the Take a Kid Fishing Rodeo. August 29th, the Orange Blossom Pageant. September 12th, Davie Pro Rodeo. September 19th, Celebrate Davie, and October 3rd, Mayor's Chess Challenge. Again, we're very excited about our wide variety of upcoming events, as there's something for everyone, and we're looking forward to seeing everyone there. Any questions from Mayor or Council?
Now, I just want to add one thing to that because I have so many people here tonight. We also have a Mr. and Mrs. part of the pageant for any adults that would like to be crowned in this Orange Blossom pageant. So keep that in mind, look it up, check it out. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Number 4, Relay for Life. There was an illness there. She wasn't able to make it, so we're going to move it to the August 5th meeting, and we'll go on to the next item, and that's the approval of the consent agenda. I'm going to be pulling 1 and 2 and 18 and 19. Is there anyone else that would like to pull anything? Okay. May I have a motion to approve the consent agenda without 1, 2, 18, and 19?
Motion to approve consent agenda less 1, 2, 18, and 19.
Thank you. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That's unanimous. Thank you very much. All right, we'll go to 1 and 2. Staff requested to pull this. Phil Holstey will provide a brief explanation of the items. And then if you choose, we can have public comment if we want.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I got 2 slides. Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, council members, and members of the public. I'm Philip Holstey, the Assistant Town Administrator. First, I want to thank Councilmember Lewis for his leadership on the solid waste issue. He's been serving as the town's representative on the Solid Waste Authority of Broward County on the governing board, so I just wanted to recognize him and thank you for his efforts. So if you recall, back in March of 2026, you heard a presentation from the Solid Waste Authority regarding the master plan, which described the operations and financing of the organization. This master plan was required as part of the interlocal agreement that formed this authority and the subsequent facilities amendment that needs to be adopted for the authority to continue to exist. So tonight I'm going to be giving an update of some developments that have occurred since that March presentation regarding the facilities amendment, also known as the First Amendment, and then the Second Amendment to the interlocal agreement that requires further dialogue with council. As you recall, at the Vision and Goals setting last week, we did cover these two items. We discussed these amendments, and you provided direction that you desired to support these amendments contingent on adoption of the Second Amendment by 100% of the participating municipalities in Broward County. So now I'm going to talk about the First Amendments. I'm going to give a brief overview of each amendment. As I mentioned already, the Solid Waste Authority has already adopted the master plan. It does not get it adopted by Broward County or each municipality on an individual basis. The First Amendment or Facilities Amendment must be approved by 80% of the population of the municipalities participating in Broward County. Currently, 25 out of the 28 municipalities in Broward County have approved the First Amendment. Fort Lauderdale and Hollywood have approved the First Amendment with the same condition that staff is recommending tonight pertaining to the 100% adoption of the Second Amendments. Based upon these approvals, it's about 79.5% have approved the interlocal agreement. If Davie approves it tonight, it'll take it up over to about 85, 86%. The other amendment adds 2 opt-outs to the authority interlocal agreement. So based upon the current structure, it was basically a 40-year marriage with no opt-outs. Now the Second Amendment adds 2 opt-outs. The first one has to do with the RFP process for disposal services. Because right now we have rates that are quote-unquote guaranteed in the master plan, but we have not gone through a procurement process. So the first opt-out occurs following the RFP disposal process. The second opt-out is 25 years after the adoption of the ILA. Since that was in 2023, the second opt-out would be in 2048. The Second Amendment must be adopted by 100% of the participating municipalities in Broward County. So just as an example tonight, if the town of Davie adopted both amendments, the Second Amendment would still have to be, and again, it's been approved by certain municipalities at this point, all 26 of the 28 plus Broward County would have to adopt that Second Amendment to take effect. After Davie, there's a couple other municipalities that still need to vote, but I just wanted to bring that to your attention. So as part of your consideration tonight, we would recommend a motion to approve item number 1, the First Amendment, with the condition that item number 2, the Second Amendment, is approved by the town tonight and 100% of all participating municipalities in Broward County by August 14th, 2026. This condition protects the town as we don't recommend entering this 40-year agreement without the 2 opt-outs that are included in the Second Amendment, considering we don't know the disposal contractual terms. That's something we won't know until late 2027. So I appreciate your time today. I know there are representatives from the authority here. I'll turn the meeting back over to you, Mayor Paul. Thank you.
Is there anyone else that would like to speak? Mayor Ryan, I should really recognize all of our special guests. Beam Fur from the county are both been very, very active with this plan over the years. It's been a long time in coming.
Good evening, Mayor.
What? Huh? Oh, the mayor of Southwest
Yes,
Ranches
come on.
is here too. A past mayor from Cooper City, Greg
Yeah.
is here.
And if you
We
all
drew
want,
a
come
crowd
join us. Just
tonight.
stand here. Come, if you're here in support, come join us up here.
Greg Ross put in a lot of effort.
Come on.
Past
stand
mayor.
this way.
Good job.
We have
come
representatives from the League
Are
of
all the-
Cities,
Electeds.
Nice, nice.
League of
Come.
Women Voters. Look at this, wow. ahead.
Excellent.
Mayor, Vice Mayor, council members, thank you for this opportunity tonight. You're participating in a once-in-a-generation opportunity to correct errors that were made 50 years ago, errors that we did not participate in, and errors that most of you and I lived through after the RRB fell apart. And for the last decade, we have been broken apart as cities. What this represents is Davie's vision. That vision of working together can make a difference in our world. The vision that if we work as cities, we can change what happens in our own communities. And you focused on bringing and galvanizing the community. Your leadership has participated in not only bringing together, as you see the people here tonight, from environmental groups, students, teachers, elected officials, but also the business community from throughout the county. This has been an opportunity for us to show as a community that when we face a crisis, we know we can respond together. And make no mistake, we are facing a crisis. I appreciate your leadership. Remember, Louis, I can't thank you enough. It is a thankless job to be on the governing board. For those that don't know, when we started, we said there's going to be a lot of work. There's going to be a lot of meetings. There's thousands of pages of data and analysis that have been considered by your representative and now by you. And so we are incredibly grateful. And for me, it's an honor to be here tonight because I think Davie can put us over the top to guarantee that we move forward. Thank you for your leadership, and I look forward to working together with you.
Thank you.
Thank you all. I just want to say, this is almost 10 years in the making. Greg Ross and I came here 5-6 years ago and asked you all to do the MOUs and all those things. You guys were always there. And I just want to thank you very much. Very much.
Thank you.
So all these people are here in support, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and Town Council members, and they could share their words and passion, but all we need is your yes vote.
Yeah.
So
Thank
we're willing
you.
to sit down.
We'll end it right here.
Thank you.
Mayor?
Yes.
Can I make a quick comment?
Sure.
I just want to say that working with these people, I am so impressed with their dedication and the hard work that all these people put into this. I have nothing but love and respect for you all. The work that you all have done on this is incredible. Much respect.
It's teamwork, as you know, and there have been so many for the last decade, and Davie's been there at every step of the way. And I think it's so fitting tonight that Davie can put us over the top. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Okay, so we have the First Amendment. I'm going to ask for a motion to approve the First Amendment with the condition that item 2, the ILA Second Amendment, is approved by the town tonight and 100% of all participating municipalities in Broward County by August 14th, 2026. And I think because I said it, you can say so moved if you would like to make the motion, and then I will hand this over to the clerk so she has the exact wording. Is there a motion?
I have a motion to approve the ILA First Amendment. Oh, we're going to do them both together?
With the condition that item 2 is approved by the town tonight, which we have to do after this, so.
With the conditions that the mayor said. Is
With
that
the
your
conditions
motion?
the mayor said. How's
All
that?
right, that's what I heard.
That's hard to read.
That's what I heard.
Without that written in front of me, Mayor, and
Thank
not
you.
hearing well, that's all.
Do we have a second?
I second it.
Thank you. May I have a roll call vote, please?
Mayor Paul?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Whitman?
Yes.
Councilmember Starkey?
Yes.
Councilmember Lewis?
Yes.
Councilmember Alfonso?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. We now vote on the Second Amendment. May I have a motion to approve?
I'd like to make a motion to approve the Second Amendment of the ILA.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Starkey?
Yes.
Councilmember Lewis?
Yes.
Mayor Paul?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Whitman?
Yes.
Councilmember Alfonso?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Would you hand this to the clerk? Thank you. Thank you very much. We're happy to participate.
No, their hearts would have fallen. Bye, everyone.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Oh, Mayor, and Mayor. Okay, I'm going to go out of order because I know there are people here for Wyatt Estates. We don't want to keep them waiting too long. How many people are here to participate in Wyatt Estates? Okay. We're going to be doing the plat, the site plan, the rezoning, and the land plan amendment together, but we'll have to vote on each one separately, and they'll all be roll call votes. And I will allow you to speak on each of them as long as it's not repetitious. I know a lot of times people will get up and say the same thing, so hopefully you've spread out the speaking. And in this particular case, I've indicated to a group of residents that I met before, and I'm going to include all their names in my disclosure at a later time, that if you would like, give your time to someone else to give that person an opportunity to speak longer. We'll work on that as you come up to speak. Let's see, which one shall we take first? I think I'll take the site plan first. That's number 19. Would you please, would the attorney read the title, please?
Yes, Mayor. Site plan SP 24138 Wyatt Estates.
Has the quasi been waived?
Yes, Mayor. Quasi is waived.
Okay, thank you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to allow the developer to make a presentation, and then I will have comments as part of the public hearing, comments from for or against from
Mayor,
the public.
Mayor, would it be
Huh?
Mayor?
You want the staff to go first?
Two things, Mayor. Would it be okay if I read all the titles in first, and then we have staff go first? Are you okay with
Okay,
that?
I'll do it that way then, if you would like.
Thank you. Item 18, plat, a resolution of the town of Davie, Florida, approving a plat known as Wyatt Estates, providing for severability, providing for conflict, and providing for an effective date. Rezoning, an ordinance of the town of Davie, Florida, approving rezoning application ZB 24136 Wyatt Estates, changing the zoning designation of certain lands within the town of Davie from residential office RO and low-density dwelling R2 to low-medium dwelling RM5, amending the town zoning map to comply therewith, providing for severability, providing for conflict, and providing for an effective date. Land use plan amendment, an ordinance of the town of Davie, Florida, approving the land use plan amendment application LA 24135 Wyatt Estates, amending comprehensive plan by changing the town of Davie future land use map designation of certain lands from residential office and residential 2 DU acre to residential 5 DU acre, providing for severability, providing for conflict, and providing for an effective date.
That it? Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then, as far as your recommendation, I'll call on staff to make their presentation first.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, Council, and Town Administration. My name is Matt Coyle with Planning and Zoning Division. So there's 4 applications that Alan just read off. It would be 10 duplex units on one single street for a total of 20 units on the property. And they've asked to rezone the property, a land use plan amendment, and then to plat the property in addition to the site plan. If you have any questions, I can answer them.
Any questions, Jack? We'll come back to you, I'm sure.
Okay.
Because as things come up, we'll want you to clarify or whatever, so.
Okay, thank you.
Stand ready.
Yep.
Thank you. Did you want to add anything, Mr. Quigley? Oh, okay. Ms. Laster?
Mayor, Town Council, Town Administrator, my name is Bill Lastrom. I'm here on behalf of 8 Courtyard LLC, which is the owner of the property in question, approximately 4.68 acres. I'm going to see if I can make this go. Where do I point? Oh, wait. So the property that we're talking about today is on Davie Road on the south side of the road between Griffin and Sterling Road, closer to Sterling than Griffin. It's on the east side near the intersection of Sterling and Davie Road. It sits largely as a rectangle with RO zoning in the front and R2 zoning in the back. Roughly a third of the site is the RO and roughly 2/3 is the R2 zoning. I'm going to have Frank Castoya work with me on this. He's going to do a quick presentation of the site plan and the Davie Road development, and I'm going to finish up with a few topics. I am okay, if it helps, if the town attorney's all right, with making this a presentation for all 4 items rather than you having to hear them individually. It won't take any longer. And it's your choice on the citizens.
Wonderful.
If
Thank
you'd
you.
like to have them here speak once as well.
Okay.
I did want to very quickly just thank Carolina and the neighbors. They have spent a world of time with me, invited me into their home. I know we didn't come to a resolution that they would have liked, but we did a lot of talking and a lot of looking, and I just did want to say thank you to all the neighbors.
Good evening. Frank Castoya, Architect of Record. Frank Castoya, Architect, PA. I'd like to say good evening to the mayor, the council, and town administrator. Mr. Quigley, I wish you the best. It's been a pleasure working with you the last 20 years. Wide Estate, I'm sure you all know about it. I really feel positively that this is probably going to be the best looking residential development that exists on the Davie Road corridor, all the way from the north to I-95 and all the way down to Sterling Road. This is a development which is luxury, very well appointed. It is situated about 1,000 feet from Sterling Road. The corridor in particular between Griffin and Sterling is really a very interesting, I call it the Crayola board of all the different colors and all the different zonings there are there. There's actually 10 different type of zonings there, from A1 to CFRO, R2, R3, R5, RM8, RM10, RM16, B2, 10 different type of zonings. And there's been previous history of variances being issued. We are going for, we don't believe that the RO and R2 zoning works very well at all. Hence, we're shooting for an R5. The code does not have an R4. If not, we almost could have gone for that. We're basically at about 4.3 density. With respect to the site plan, it's a very well-appointed site. It has the acceleration lane turning. How does this work, up or down? Let me see. Gotta go up this way. The site is a very well-appointed, elegant site. It has very lush landscaping. As a matter of fact, it was commended in the P&Z meeting for a very nice landscape plan. It has lakes in the front, fronting the main road, Davie Road, with fountains. Has a very well-appointed bridge with pavers, trellises, low walls, pedestrian walking. There's continual community pedestrian connectivity. At the roundabout at the end, there's a mail kiosk. These are basically single-family homes put together in duplexes, if you will. This is not your, rental apartment project or Rackham and Packham townhouses. These are basically 10 buildings that look like 10 big single-family homes. In terms of the units themselves, there's 2 models, A and B, and they are large models. These models gross, A has 4,600 square feet, and B has 4,318 gross square feet. These are going to be multi-million-dollar units, million plus, not multi. So, it's going to be a sellout of about $25, $28 million we expect. So this is not anything cheap by any means. The units have 4 bedrooms, 4 full baths. They have a study, an entry courtyard. They have very well-appointed kitchens, very contemporary, railings with glass. They will kind of have elevators. So we consider this to be a very, very good product. Quite frankly, like the area I said has a lot of mixed zoning, and I think the town of Davie should be adding to their residential portfolio, not rejecting it, especially come November when the citizens vote in the $250,000 homestead exemption. I think we all know municipalities are going to lose fees, and you need to be adding to your residential portfolio. The elevations are contemporary in nature, and we have no variances. You'll see they're very elegant, contemporary elevations. You see a view of the entry with the fountains to the left and the right side. Very orderly, symmetrical, very passive colors. Entry turning right-hand turn in from Davie Road. They're again very well landscaped. Some of the interior views of the product, ample driveways, plenty of parking, no variances, wall all the way around. So we think it'll be a very successful product, and we're excited for your approval this evening. And if you have any questions, then I will answer.
Stand ready, and once we hear from the residents.
Mayor, I've got
Yeah.
just a few more comments.
Okay.
So very quickly, a couple of things. So the first is that the density calculated based on the district that we've chosen actually allows us to do 23 units. We would agree to do a deed restriction to limit them to 20. Also, we've shown you a very beautiful design in a site plan. We would make that part of the restriction as well, so that if you did grant us the land use and zoning, we wouldn't be coming back in later with a different product or something that was smaller or lesser. We've also talked about a number of site adjustments, should those be needed. One is to increase the height of the wall, which is currently proposed in the package you have at 6 feet. We would raise that to 8, but to do so, we would need a variance from the town, so I'd have to apply for that if you thought that the height would make a difference. We have also talked about being able to flip the lakes. Do I go backwards? Oh, sorry. Not good at that. To flip the lakes from the east, which is where they are today, to the west. The residents were concerned about how we would maintain those lakes. We would certainly have a homeowners association that would be responsible for maintaining them. And because they are would be Central Broward Drainage District lakes, they would also have easements, and the Central Broward would also have enforcement should we not maintain those lakes. There was also a concern about the cul-de-sac and the mail kiosk being in the back or on the east side. We certainly can move the roundabout a little further to the east, and we can relocate the kiosk to another portion of the site. We've also studied the wetlands, we've studied the sewer, we've studied the water, we did the animal inspection. All of those have come out positively for this project. It is a great opportunity to improve the town of Davie. Access is only on Davie Road. Davie Road holds is design capacity of about 37,000 cars. We'll place 118 additional cars on that road. As I always say, it's kind of like throwing salt into the ocean. With regard to taxes, we did a really quick calculation for taxes. Currently, the property's total tax bill is about $44,000, with the units going from $1.3 million for the smaller unit to 1.6. We anticipate over $26 million in total value, which would generate a total tax bill to the county, the school board, the city, and Central Broward of about $500,000. And to the town of Davie, based on last year's millage, instead of $11,000 in taxes, you'd receive $154,213,050. So with that, we've made this presentation. We think we've got a good project here, a lot of value to the town. The residents, I know they've expressed their concerns. At the point of their property line, it becomes our property. We've tried to make something that is amenable to them. I did talk to the client, and know one of the concerns also was we do have a second-story balcony in the back of the duplexes that faces the residents, as well as a balcony in the front. We would be willing to close in that balcony in the rear, and then that would just make the room that it's attached to much larger. In addition, Frank talked about the landscaping. We think we've got maximum landscaping. I think that between the wall and then the landscaping above it with the trees, it will completely obscure our property from their site. But we are happy to meet with the landscape architect for the town and continue to improve that or provide alternate landscaping if they think there was something better. I think the staff report speaks favorably for the project on almost every criteria that the land use amendments are judged by. I know this is a difficult decision, but I would like to ask for your support for this project because I really believe that you're getting excellent project, great tax base, and some great new residents in the town of Davie. And with that, I am also happy to answer any questions or to stand ready, as you may prefer. Stand ready. Okay, thank you.
Stand ready. Okay. Now, yes,
Am I premature, you?
yes, come on.
Good evening, Mayor Paul, Assistant Mayor Whitman, council members, town administrator, clerk, and attorney. Thank you very much for providing this opportunity for us to come before you, our elected officials, and to air our grievances so that we can amicably resolve them. This is exactly what we've tried to do with this developer, and it just has not worked. We've come in good faith to try to resolve these issues. Has not worked.
Could you please state your name and
My
address?
name is Kenneth Hassett. My address is 6231 Southwest 58th Court. I am also speaking on behalf of my next door neighbor, Nicoletta Popescu. She's present, 6301 Southwest 58th Court. Again, thank you so much for providing me this opportunity. I'm speaking not only on behalf of my family, but the people on my block and people that are on the next block and people are on the next block after that, that are all on the east side of Davie Road. Every one of us is going to say we object. So of course, as you said, Your Honor, you don't, Mayor, you don't want to have everyone saying the same thing over and over again. We don't want that either. We want to tell you exactly what our positions are, and they are as follows. I've lived there for 20 years with my wife and my children, raised our kids there. We built our R2 home. My home is right in the corner on the east side of this property. So this is not a house or houses that are going to be directly in my backyard. But my next door neighbor, she'll have 5 families in her backyard. Her property is zoned R2, and her property is 1.25 acres, one single family home. The neighbor behind me, the same, about 1.25 acres, one single family home, R2. Next to that, same thing, about 1.25 acres, zoned R2. This project is being brought before you so that one person can come into the town of Davie, buy a piece of property, and make a lot of money and leave. And potentially not even build this. Come here and get it approved, and then sell it to someone else, let them do it. So first I want to make something very clear. We're not opposed to development. I've been here 20 years. We custom built all of our homes on our block. We bought from the developer and they built it for us. We knew when we built our home how this project was zoned. It was zoned just like ours. So why would we build a home next to duplexes? We would not have zoned R5 or whatever it is, 5 houses per acre. We would not have done that, or M5. We would not have built our home if that was a zoning right behind our home. We understand the property owners have a right to develop their land. However, we strongly believe that that particular proposal that they have before you is not compatible with the character of our neighborhood. Our community has been built around low dense. Is that my first 3 minutes?
Anybody want to give more time? Okay.
Mayor, if I could jump in, I spoke with the gentleman earlier and a few people in this row. They expressed that they're willing to give him some time. So I think in the, just so we don't have a lot of interruptions, if you want to raise your hand, they're willing to give him his time. 1, 2, I lost count. Okay.
More than enough, Mayor.
Yeah, more than enough time.
So
It's
Mayor,
more than enough.
Mayor, if it's okay with you, we can have Ariana just keep the clock, because that's plenty of people raised. If that's okay with you, Mayor?
That's fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. So our community has been built around low-density, single-family homes. The existing R2 and RO zoning has helped preserve the character for many years. Families invested their savings here with the expectation that the neighborhood would remain consistent with the zoning that surrounds it. The proposed development of 20 duplex units represents a significant increase in density that simply does not fit the existing neighborhood. It is only the number of homes that concerns us. It is the overall change, it's not only the number of homes that concerns us, it is the overall change in the character of our community. We are also concerned about the request to rezone this property to RM5. Approving this request could establish a precedent for future higher density developments in nearby residential properties. Could you bring up that, the big screen that shows, the big plan that shows the entire community where there were different colors? Not the project. Not that? That one. That one. Okay. The next speaker is going to speak on this issue, so I'll have that on the screen for you for convenience sake. This proposal raises concerns about increased traffic, parking, noise, privacy, and the additional demand placed on local infrastructure. Approving, again, this request could establish a precedent for future higher density developments. So if you take a look at that map, for lack of a better word, you can see there are other undeveloped properties on Davie Road, and they are right next to this Wyatt project, to the north and to the south. And so, of course, those developers are not here to object to this developer having higher density. And of course, this developer won't object when those empty parcels are requesting higher density from this council. Most importantly, many homeowners are concerned that a development that is not compatible with the surrounding area could negatively affect the value of their homes that they've worked so hard to purchase and maintain. The gentleman that came forward, the architect, he's been corrected before with regard to, at the PNC meeting, by me and others, that the numbers that they're proposing, that's just not realistic. You'll hear from the next lady that lives right behind me. 18 months ago, she paid $1.3 million for her home. That's on a 1 1/4 acre, and it's a 4,000 square foot property. So half a duplex that's 4,000 square feet, sharing with another half a duplex is going to be giving you an equivalent amount of money? Who wants to live in a duplex when they could live in a big home with a big piece of property like Jeanette, who lives behind me? It's just not realistic. That they want you to think that that's what's going to happen, so that you vote on this and think, oh, look at all those dollar signs that are going to come, revenue is going to come into the city, into the town of Davie. It's just not. It's not realistic. And the P&Z board who said, you know what, you've got some nice landscaping on this project. Yeah, and they voted 7-0 to tell them, no, we don't want this project. We're asking that you vote 5-0. No, we, the community and town of Davie, we don't want this project. If you want to build the project, build R2 homes there around the neighbors that have been there for decades, that built their homes and have their families there, not just some developer that wants to come in and change the community so that they can make profit. The one person's interest weighed against the entire community surrounding that project is what is in your hands. We trust that you're going to make that right decision, that we believe that you are elected officials. We're going to be here after this. The developer's not going to be here ever. Again, we're not asking for this property to remain undeveloped. We want it to be developed. It's weeds. We don't want weeds and trees that are falling on Nicoletta's backyard. We don't want that to happen. We want it to be developed. But it's been empty for the 20 years I've been around, and it's been changing hands from one developer to the next, perhaps because they don't want to build it the way that it's zoned. And so this developer came in and figured, okay, well, I'll get it changed, and then I'll sell it at our expense. A lower density development with homes that are similar size and appearance to ours, like even if they had come to you and us and said, you know what, it's zoned R2. How about if we build some big, beautiful homes and reduce it a little bit from R2, maybe make it R3 with some big, beautiful homes in our project? That's realistic. This is reasonable. To come in and say, I want to put 5 families on the same acre that we have 2 homes is just unrealistic. It would allow them to build a project that respects the neighbors and the surrounding neighborhoods. I've not spoken to one neighbor that abuts this property that says, oh yeah, that's a great idea. I'd love to have these people in my backyard. This project as a duplex, the setback is only 20 feet. The setback in my home and all of these homes is 25 feet. Most, if not all of us, are not built up to 25 feet. Like Jeanette that's behind me, there's like 60 feet, 70 feet between my house and hers. Because the builder did not build like this builder, right up to the property line. These people, 2 families, what is it, 20 feet from here to the stage? That's their entire backyard with 2 families in there that are paying $1 million something for the property. It's just not realistic to have that type of project right next to ours. And the project, if you could go back to the plan that shows the aerial view of the project, that's good enough. Yeah, that's fine. So in our discussions, we've had meetings with the Wyatt lawyer, never met with the developer, only the Wyatt lawyer. So we're in the room trying to have, equal bargaining position and talk to someone that has the power to say, yeah, I think that's good, we'll go with that. Yeah, I think that's good, we'll go with that. We're talking about, let me talk to my daddy, let me talk to my mom and ask them if we can do that. And then, all right, we'll meet in 2 weeks. 2 weeks, the night before, they show up with something an hour before. Here, take a look at this. We found out in these discussions that the entrance that is being proposed to you right now, which I cannot believe they're still trying to propose this and they didn't even tell you, they can't do this entrance. They told us that. They have to enter through the property that's next door and go in on an angle because the property next door has an easement on it that says these 2 properties have to have the entrance from Davie Road into it. And there's something, and I wish that Carolina was here. She's on vacation, and I know you've all met with Carolina, and she's been a leader among us. She's on vacation, so she couldn't be here, and she knows the technical terms with regard to what I'm saying, and I'm trying to do my best here to let you know exactly what it is, but there's something in the rules that says they cannot have two entrances to these two properties. I don't know why I'm the one telling you about that. Hi, I'd like to get this approved. It's not going to look like this. I need to use the neighbor next door and completely take those waterways out of the front and do something else and not even tell you that. I mean, it comes from a position of credibility. And from my perspective, you lay it all out there. Your credibility is at stake. You lay it all out there. And you're asking these elected officials to approve your project. You should be above board and tell them everything. So respectfully, we're asking that you vote no to this proposed rezoning from R2RO to RM5 and encouraging a development that is compatible with the surrounding homes. And again, I thank you so much for this opportunity. And we ask that you vote 5-0 no. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor and Town Council. Thank you for giving this opportunity tonight. My name is Jeanette Guevara, and I'm actually one of the newest, or maybe the last person who bought on 57 Place, sorry. My address is 6220 Southwest 57 Place. I bought the house for $1.3 million. I paid $25,000 in property tax. If he's saying that those duplexes are going to be paying that much, if they propose or make some 6 houses similar to our single-family home, bigger, newer, I bet you they're going to be paying a much higher property tax. So that argument does not fly. I'm speaking on behalf of many residents. I went through my whole street, and they believe this project does not look as our community. They don't approve it. The reason why they came to this community is because they wanted some space. And this was built 20 years ago, like Ken said, and they want to keep it that way. We participated in this process in good faith with Wyatt Estate lawyers. We showed up, we listened, we read through plans, we rearranged work, we rearranged and missed family dinners to be at those meetings. And we feel today that that collaboration and that time that we spent was a slap in the face, because none of that was considered. The PMC board voted 7-0 to out because they actually said to them, go to the community, find out what they would like, and come back to us. What have been done? Nothing to that project. So it feels like they fatigued us all this time, and today they come and present the same plan with no changes at all. That is disrespectful. That is also a slap in the face to us, although all that time wasted. We believe that we have been played in fatigue, and we feel that for them, public participation was just a check mark on the process. That is not trust, and that's the foundation between the community and its leaders. The moment that that is broken, we feel that the process is not fair. We support responsible.
We're going to have to.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, my neighbor Carlos Martinez next to me at 6221. He gave me his time.
Okay.
We support responsible development. Like Ken said, we would love to see something that looks more like our blanket community, that actually will respect the people that live here, but we feel that maximizing a project size or profit takes priority over the voices of residents when that balance is lost. Tonight, the decision is in your hand. Your vote will say more than whether this project moves forward. It will tell every resident whether showing up and participating actually matters. We respectfully ask every one of you to vote no on this proposal. Send it back to us so we can collaborate and have something that reflects our community. Please vote no. And I would like to make a little, on that picture that they showed us, if you see that picture where the Wyatt Estate project is proposed, all around it, maybe like 3 or 4 streets, is RO. And I know that they're asking for rezoning that area. And I know that there's precedents, right? Other areas has been changed to R5. But the difference in those are that our residents are RO all around it, while the other ones have agricultural or businesses next to it. That is the big difference. So we just want for them to, respect the people that came here and bought there, and go with the program, with the project that reflects that. So please vote no in this project. Thank you for your time.
Hello, good evening, Madam Mayor, Town Council. My name is Jeremy Saw. I'm from 6651 Southwest 57th Street. I am actually across from this property, the property in question. And, being in that area, this project, it would be an abomination to what the area represents, the character of the area. It increases traffic flow. This would really detriment our property values as well. With the amount of space that we've bought into, something similar across the way would help. This entranceway, if he's trying to put lakes in the back of it, I'm not seeing how this is going to be able to represent the character of the street. I don't understand how it's going to improve the area that we have right now. It will further congest the area, and traffic is already pretty stiff in that area as it is. This would create huge delays, and it's just more than 1 or 2 cars per household. Some households have 3, 4, 5 cars even. And, if you're talking about the amount of space per unit, this is something that will really congest the area there. We ask for a vote of 5-0. We appreciate your representation and hope that you hear us as the people that you represent. I thank you for your time. Have a good night. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else that wishes to speak? Don't all rush at the same time. Just state your name and address.
Good evening, ma'am. My name is Nellie Hassett. I live at 6231 Southwest 58th Court. My husband spoke earlier. I'm going to try not to repeat anything that anyone else has said. I just want to appeal to you as a person who's lived in this community, who sought out this community to live here because of the aesthetic, because of the feel of the town, which I'm assuming, of course, that all of you are longtime residents of Davie, and you certainly appreciate what this town represents. And with all due respect to the people representing the developer, when they were up here presenting, it's like they were selling you the property. Like, do you want to buy one of these townhomes? It's wonderful, they're beautiful, but they just don't match the community. And I don't want to repeat that because everyone else has said that. But once again, like I said, we sought out this property. I used to drive through here from where we lived before to go to Nova Southeastern when I was in graduate school. And when I saw the property with the sign that the developer was building, estate homes, I told my husband, we contracted with Mozart Boffey from Sunshine State Builders, and we built our home in a place where we thought other homes, there would be similar homes with similar aesthetic, And, you know, we would like very much to keep it that way. We would vote, or ask for you to vote, please, to deny their application as it's been presented. They are just cherry picking what they want for their purposes, of course, to sell the project to you. But the rest of us who actually live in the community, not these people who don't even know the community, don't live here, that live in Miami or Wellington or elsewhere, you know, please take us into consideration when you are voting on this, and vote to deny their application, and maybe come back with something more closer to what's in the area than some of these monstrosities, in my opinion, that they're planning on building in our backyards, which I will have a view of, the back of a brick building instead of trees and whatnot. So thank you for your time.
Good evening. I'm Michael Paisani, 6410 Southwest 57th Street. You guys, I'd say you took a shot across the bow earlier, but it was actually worse than that. I wanted to say you have supported us. We've been coming before you opposing incompatible developments for about 15 years now. And so far, you have voted down every one of those incompatible projects. So I want to applaud you for that. You have supported us. This is another incompatible, you know, somebody from the outside the area wanting to maximize their profit, and the P&Z board voted it down 7-0. So that's one reason why there aren't more people in this room tonight. We feel confident. We've met with some of you on this project, and we thank you for your time there as well. I'm speaking on behalf of a lot of the people on Southwest 57th Street. We are A1, 1 residence per acre. This would be right across the street from us, and it's obviously incompatible. And the other developers, like Ken said, are licking their chops at the prospect of having R5. They would go for even more. They would go for a higher number. So, and there's still a lot of property around there, and that would exacerbate the already, I believe, unsolvable problem of the traffic on Davie Road. The more the traffic is going to increase, the worse the problem's going to get. So I don't need to belabor that. I don't need to borrow any time. This is probably the first time I didn't use nearly all of my time. Thank you for your time.
Mayor, Vice Mayor, my name is Marcel Riff. I'm a resident at 6280 Southwest 56th Court, and I respectfully ask you to vote no for this project. And the reason I want to ask you that is I escaped 40 years ago from Romania because Romania back then was not respecting property rights. And I came to this country hoping that this country would. I bought the property 24 years ago with the knowledge that all the surrounded area are R2. And now I ask you to vote no, because I can't believe that you can give a wish to one person to make profit against 20 or 25 neighbors that work hard and try to maintain their property, and not allowing this particular developer. I'm a business person. I'm all for develop, but do whatever, you know, it's zoned for. You know, we are all against this, and that's what I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to speak?
Hello, Madam Mayor and council members. Shakira and John McNamara from 6240 Southwest 56 Court. And we've been meeting with all our neighbors and our council, the Developers Council, to try to come up with something amicable and amenable to everybody. I'm in real estate. I'm all for development, but development that is meaningful and that doesn't hurt the neighbors, obviously. I come from Fort Lauderdale. I married my husband. I lived in a duplex. Nothing's wrong with duplexes, but the whole reason I moved to Davie is to get land and to have a single family home that's not attached to somebody, and I could have some land to garden, not a zero lot line. And unfortunately, I'm now looking at the prospects in my backyard where they're going to do what I left. And I don't know if you're keeping track of Fort Lauderdale, because maybe, you know, you're just with Davie, but Fort Lauderdale is overdeveloping. Like right in where I work, there's a parking lot, and they're going to build a skyscraper with hundreds of condos. It's going to block the sun. So that's Fort Lauderdale, and I'm praying that Davie will stand up for Davie. I think all of you live here. I think you love Davie. You know, I'm looking at the sign behind you. It has horse country. It has land. That's what Davie represents. That's the beauty of Davie. If we allow overdevelopment, they already said it, it's going to set a precedent. Every developer is going to buy land and said, okay, R5, here we come, because they're going to make more profit. All of a sudden, everywhere you look is going to be full of duplexes. And I'm just hoping that you will say no, all of you, so they will come back, the developer, sit with us again, and come up with something that's a win-win for them and us. And that's all we're hoping. Please vote no, just like the P&Z members did when we showed up to that meeting. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
I just wanted to add, I thought I had a minute left.
That's all right, go ahead.
No, it just, when we lived in a duplex in Fort Lauderdale a long time ago, and I started looking for a duplex, and those neighborhoods where duplexes are not pretty. A lot of cars, a lot of traffic, a lot of congestions, and it's hard to believe they're going to build $1 million duplexes. It blows my mind. They're going to have lots of cars, a lot of congestion, and a lot of problems. So I hope you vote against this. Thank you.
Is there anyone else that wants to speak? Okay. At this point, are there any questions from council? We have comments, but no questions?
I'd like to hear from the district representative.
I want to thank everyone for taking the time to come out tonight and express their opinions on this project. What has been presented here tonight is not in harmony with the neighborhood. I am worried about the density and the overall similarities with this community. The community deserves a project that keeps the character of the community. And I agree with the residents that have spoken out against this project. This is not compatible with the community. Based upon the submitted documents and everything that was said tonight, I cannot support this project as presented. The developer has a right to develop his property, but I cannot support what has been proposed here tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. I would just like to say to the residents, your voices have been heard. And as the District 1 representative just said, the project is not currently in harmony with the neighborhood. I'm concerned about the density and the overall compatibility. At this particular point, I can entertain, someone would like to entertain a motion to deny this project. It was rejected by P&Z, and it is an advisory. We don't have to listen to them, but a lot of times they make the right decision. So we respect their opinion. We respect the opinion of the residents.
Mayor, I'll make a motion to deny.
I was going to leave it to
Okay.
Michelle, because it's her district. We'll hold you for the second.
I'll withdraw my my motion here, let her do that.
So we're actually, what we're working on right now is the site plan, and we'll do each one individually.
Yes, and I just want to clarify, a motion to deny, a yes vote means you are denying the motion.
Right.
Want to clarify
Thank
that.
you.
Yes, ma'am.
So would you like to make the motion?
I would, thank you, Mayor.
Okay.
I'd like to make the motion to deny number 19 site plan.
I'll second it.
Roll call?
Councilmember Alfonso,
Yes.
Okay, so a yes vote is denying the project.
Okay, all right, yes.
Vice Mayor Whitman.
Yes.
Councilmember Lewis.
Yes.
Councilmember Starkey.
Yes.
Mayor Paul.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Let's take the plat next.
I would like to make a motion to deny number 18, the plat.
I'll second that motion, Mayor.
Okay, roll call?
Mayor Paul.
Yes.
Councilmember Alfonso.
Yes.
Councilmember Starkey.
Yes.
Councilmember Lewis.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Whitman.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Before we go on with the other two, does anyone have any disclosures to make on this? I have 2 pages here of names of residents that I spoke with, and all of these emails that we received. Do I need to name each one of the residents, or can I just give the list to the?
You could give it to Mrs. Roy.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
thank you. And also one of the principals from Create Dwell Architecture that I spoke to. Did you find this down? Thank you. Does anybody else want to make Marlon?
Mayor, I met with so many of the residents, I don't know everyone's name, but I did meet with the whole group and this past week, but I couldn't tell you everyone's name, but I did meet with a full group in the conference room this
Okay.
week.
Susan?
I met with the residents who are surrounding the neighborhood that were in attendance. It's of record. I've met with the applicant representatives. I've met with staff, and I've also read all the emails that have been sent by the community, so I appreciate that. And they are also public record for anybody who's wishing to see the public record on those.
Mayor.
Yes.
And staff. I said staff.
I met with 6 of the residents in the conference room, and again, I don't have all your names, but
I'm sure they're among the ones that I gave.
yes. So that's who I met with.
Thank you.
I'll have to remember to write everybody's names next time. But with staff and some folks that came from the community spoke, and I also met with Mr. Laystrom representing the project and listened to their comments as well.
Okay, thank you. We'll go on to the rezoning. May I have a motion?
I'd like to make the motion, deny the motion, number 26 rezoning.
I'll second it, Mayor.
Thank you. Roll call?
Vice Mayor Whitman.
Yes.
Mayor Paul.
Yes.
Councilmember Starkey.
Yes.
Councilmember Alfonso.
Yes.
Councilmember Lewis.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. We're going to vote on 27, the land use plan amendment. May I have a motion?
I'd like to make to deny the motion, number 27, land use plan amendment.
I'll second that. And keep in mind, this needs a supermajority. That's required by Section 12307B31. Roll call.
Councilmember Lewis.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Whitman.
Yes.
Councilmember Alfonso.
Yes.
Councilmember Starkey.
Yes.
Mayor Paul.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. And I would like to personally thank all the residents. You took an active part in a process. And a lot of times, a development comes to us, and none of the residents have gotten involved. So we don't know how they feel about it until after it starts getting built. And then, how could you do this? We have almost 6 opportunities for residents to be involved in a process. And between the participation meetings that they're required to have, to all of the public hearings and the P&Z and so forth. So there are ample opportunities, and I think the residents should be commended on the amount of time that they took out of their private lives to work on this. So we know how passionate you were on it, and we wish you good luck, and hopefully they'll come back with something that is more compatible to your neighborhood. Thank you. Yeah, we want all this power, right? Thank you. We're going to go back now. If you take a second to let you go.
I don't know. I don't know who it is. Maybe he has something on here. He's not getting all the readings. So
Okay, going back to the public hearing, we're going to continue with 22, which is the CIP amendment. Mr. Weinthal, would you read the resolution by title, please?
Yes, Mayor. A resolution of the Town of Davie, Florida, approving the Fourth Amendment to the 10-year capital improvements program for the Town of Davie for fiscal years 2026 through 2035, providing for severability, providing for conflicts, and providing for an effective date.
So we went over this as part of our workshop this evening. Is there anyone that would like to speak for or against this proposal? Seeing none, I'll close the public hearing. Is there anyone from council that has any questions or any discussions? You know? Can I have a motion to approve and a second for 22 CIP amendment?
motion to approve number 22 capital improvement program amendment.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Lewis?
Yes.
Councilmember Starkey?
Yes.
Mayor Paul?
Yes.
Councilmember Alfonso?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Whitman?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Number 23 is the letter of intent that we took up in the CRA meeting. And we'll ask the town attorney to read the resolution by title.
Yes, Mayor. A resolution of the Town of Davie, Florida, approving the letter of intent between the Town of Davie Community Redevelopment Agency, the Town of Davie, and Lester's Diner, LLC, for the lease of real property located at the southwest corner of Davie Road and Southwest 43rd Street, authorizing the mayor to sign the letter of intent, authorizing the appropriate staff to negotiate and draft a lease agreement with Lester's Diner, LLC, providing for severability, providing for conflict, and providing for an effective date. Lester's Diner is here. I just wanted to point out, thank you for sticking around.
Oh, hi. Nice to see you. We're so excited. Okay. Oh, I'm up now, right? This is a public hearing. Any member of the public wishes to speak? You may do so at this time. Seeing none, I'll close the public hearing. Any questions or discussion from council? And again, this is a letter of intent, so this got to go through a process and hearings and negotiations, so it'll be coming back on numerous occasions. At this point, I'd like to ask for a motion to approve, subject to reso corrections, I think basically in the title.
Ready?
Huh?
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll make the motion for the, to approve the letter of intent,
I'll second it, Mayor.
Subject to the corrections.
subject to the corrections.
And
you
I'll second
that. Okay, could we have a roll call, please?
Councilmember Starkey?
Yes.
Councilmember Alfonso?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Whitman?
Yes.
Mayor Paul?
Yes.
Councilmember Lewis?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. 24 is a grant for the CDBG. Mr. Weinthal, will you read the resolution by title, please?
Yes, Mayor. A resolution of the Town of Davie, Florida, adopting the Community Development Block Grant CDBG Action Plan for fiscal year 2026 through 2027, which includes the Community Development Block Grant CDBG program budget, authorizing the town administrator to execute all necessary certifications and grant-related documents, providing for conflict, providing for severability, and providing for an effective date.
Thank you. This is a public hearing. Anybody that wishes to speak on this, excuse me, can come forward at this time. Seeing none, I'll close the public hearing. As a Anyone on council have any questions?
I'll comment before we vote.
Go.
I just want to thank Linda, her staff. I think every year we go through this process and, you know, I am very proud of what you guys are able to achieve with what little money we do get. So I appreciate this for housing and everything else. It goes a long way to helping our residents, so thanks again. We appreciate you.
Would you like to go and make the,
And on that, I will definitely make the motion to
To?
approve the grant.
I'll second.
roll call, please?
Councilmember Alfonso?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Whitman?
Yes.
Councilmember Lewis?
Yes.
Councilmember Starkey?
Yes.
Mayor Paul?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Now we'll go on to 25. This is a first reading with second and final reading to be held August 5th. Mr. Attorney, would you read the ordinance by title, please?
Yes, Mayor. An ordinance to the Town of Davie, Florida, amending Chapter 2, Administration, Article 5, Boards and Committees, revising Section 2-72, Board and Committee Membership and Governance, creating Section K, Annual Statement of Financial Interest, Form 1, amending Division 4, Planning and Zoning Board by revising Section 2-138, Duties, providing for codification, providing for conflicts, providing for severability, and providing for an effective date.
Thank you very much. If anyone from the public wishes to speak on this, for or against, you can come forward at this time. Seeing none, I'll close the public hearing. Council, any questions or discussion? No? Okay, may I have a motion to approve number 25 code amendment? Hello?
Motion to approve number 25 code amendment.
I'll second that. Can we have a roll call vote, please?
Vice Mayor Whitman?
Yes.
Councilmember Starkey?
Yes.
Councilmember Alfonso?
Yes.
Councilmember Lewis?
Yes.
Mayor Paul?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. I think that takes care of public hearing, correct?
Yes, Mayor.
I just want to make sure because when you go back and forth like that, I want to make sure I got everything. Okay, that closes the public hearing portion of the meeting. We do have one proclamation for this month. It's Parks and Recreation Month, the month of July. On appointments, board and committee appointments, I would like to reappoint Nan Galt to the Historic Preservation Committee. Does that need a vote,
Yes, Mayor.
voice, or
Yes.
roll call?
A roll call.
Okay, then please do that.
Councilmember well, we have a motion and a second on the floor?
No. I can't make the motion.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Thank you.
Second.
Councilmember Starkey?
Yes.
Councilmember Lewis?
Yes.
Mayor Paul?
Yes,
Vice Mayor Whitman?
Yes.
Councilmember Alfonso?
Yes.
Motion passes.
thank you. Anybody else have, you got one, Susan?
I'm going to
No?
reappoint the same,
That's okay, you want to
It's-
do that now?
sure.
Okay.
I don't have it with me at the moment, so if you want to let me know who's up on that one. Which one's up?
It's the veterans.
The
The
veterans.
It's your
veterans,
veteran
yeah, okay.
replacement,
Dexter
yes.
Franklin, I'd like to make a motion for Dexter
Yes.
Franklin. I do understand that he has missed 2 meetings, and that may be the issue, but I do want to reappoint him. He's quite the veteran for sure. He trains NASA and other astronauts in Space Force in zero gravity, so I think he's a great veteran addition to our veterans
Okay, thank-
advisory board. So I make that motion to reappoint.
Second it.
Voice or mayor?
Voice, Mayor.
Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That's unanimous. Thank you. I don't believe we had any committee recommendations, old business or new business. I am going to, under next meeting, request to cancel the November 4th Town Council meeting. May I have a motion? Did you want to know why?
Are you going to be tired?
No, yeah.
Are we going to be busy? Just a little bit?
Right
No,
after the
the-
election.
The results of the election are not always completed
Right.
until the next day,
Right,
and there is no
true.
certification for a few days, so we need to wait for that.
Yeah, true.
So we're going to just cancel the meeting.
I can make a motion to cancel the meeting on
Thank you.
November 4th.
Is there a second?
My only, I have a question?
What?
My only question is, we usually cancel the second meeting in November because of Thanksgiving. So what are we gonna be, are we gonna
The 18th.
move it down or
I think
keep
it's
the
a week
18th?
before,
Okay.
you'll be okay.
We'll be okay.
Yeah.
This is a week before Thanksgiving.
Okay, we'll still
The
keep that
18th is
one.
still a week.
Okay, we'll still keep that one then. Okay. Sorry.
So do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. Voice or voice? Voice or roll?
Voice.
Okay. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? That's unanimous. Thank you. Mayor and council member comments. I'm just going to make two short comments. Actually, they're not short because I'm going to read them. We got two thank yous from the Florida High School Rodeo Association. One of them just says, remembering your kindness with sincere thanks. And the other one is, thank you so much for supporting the Florida High School Rodeo Association and athletes like me. Growing up and living in Davie, I have always loved being in a community that values our rodeo tradition and Western lifestyle. It means a lot to represent my hometown and know I have its support while competing. Thank you for keeping our traditions alive and supporting our next generation of rodeo athletes. Kennedy Brown, class of 26. And the other letter I want to read, I'll just take some points out of it, but I made reference to this before. And this letter is from Christine Rafferty Gannon. She says, I'm a Davie resident for many, many years. My two sons grow up in this town, and I love it so much. My first son became an accounting, and he served in the Army. My second son now is at Sheriff's Office in the Marine Reserve, and I work at Western High School. I would like to thank Mayor Judy Paul and all the outstanding group of people working together, delegating parking, selling food, security, music, etc., providing a safety and enjoyable July 4th America birthday. We gathered for this event, and even with severe weather, we stayed in the park. The kids were playing in the rain and mud. They had the time of their life. We were completely wet and covered with mud, but it was a lot of fun. We wish to be kids again. After the rain, we decided to get back to the car, but it was difficult to push my husband's wheelchair. He served in the Navy. We have to cross the flooded field, but I am a Marine's mom, and I thought I can do it. I was wrong. We got stuck in the middle of that huge field next to food and petting farm, so we started laughing. From nowhere, Sergeant Kelvin Urbes came to us and started pushing my husband's wheelchair to the pavement and to our car. I have no words to express my gratitude to the sergeant for his kindness. Thank you so much. We are so blessed to be part of a town of Davie because I know in any situation my big Davie family is eager to give us a helping hand. Thank you, everyone. Very nice. Al and I will give these to the clerk so that she can make them part of the, what do you call it? And I'll come back if I think of anything else, but would you like to go?
Thank you, Mayor. Okay, the town of Davie is in partnership with Rick and Rita Case Boys and Girls Club, the Florence D. George Unit Boys and Girls Club, and the Davie Police Athletic League, PAL, is hosting a school supply donation drive now through August 3rd. Donations will help children in need within our community to prepare for the upcoming school year. The town of Davie drop-off locations are the town's clerk office, Building C, at 8800 Southwest 36th Street from 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Pine Island Multipurpose Center, 3801 South Pine Island Road from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Pine Island Fitness and Aquatic Center at 3800 Southwest 92nd Avenue from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. Davie Police Department in the lobby at 1230 South Nob Hill Road from 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Davie Fire Rescue Department main lobby 6901 Orange Drive, 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Let's see, we just did the Celebrating Parks and Recreation Month for the pool parties that were held at Betty Booth Roberts Pool on 7/11 and the Davie Pine Island Aquatic Center on 7/18. It was a great turnout, and they all had a lot of fun. We also have, Davie Fires Rescue, Ready Davie. We had the event that was held at Bergeron Rodeo Grounds on June 13th. At the event, our new 4 fire engines were commissioned. It was a warm day, but what an exciting day. And last but not least, we have the Davie Fire Rescue is excited to host its 2nd annual Teen Safety Night on Friday, August 7th, from 5 to 9 at the Davie Police Athletic League, located at 4300 Southwest 57th Terrace. Designed for teens age 14 to 18, this event will provide essential safety information and practical skills to help them stay informed and prepared. And then last but not least, happy birthday to all the July babies. Thank you, Mayor.
I just want to hope that a lot of people come out to the fishing event, because I want to go out there, and it's at the golf course. So they did talk about having lunch, and I was thinking, are we going to fry the fish? But apparently not.
No.
It's
hot dogs.
We're catch and release. Okay, well, no, other than that, I thank the staff for all the information we get for all these developments and projects and the information that is given to us, because it really makes it easy to make decisions. So thank you.
Thank you. Susan?
Yeah, I always like going after Michelle because I can just check off everything off my list because she's already reported on most of it, and a lot of this has already been said. But as you start to shop for your children, and the sales tax holiday is coming up, and that's July 20th through August 20th. Be mindful of these school supplies that we are also collecting for the various organizations of the Boys and Girls Club and Potter Park Pal, because it's a good opportunity for you to take and get those discounts. I have the honor of announcing a very, very lovely lady's birthday. Her name is Sylvia Perkel. She's my neighbor's mother, and she turned 100 years old. The interesting thing about Sylvia, and I've been around her, I don't know how many times, a few times, she is the most amazing lady I have ever met. She has so much energy, she's so delightful, but more than that, she is so talented. This woman's artwork is extraordinary. And I mean, from the time I met her and we went up to the lake house that they have up in New York, all of her good stuff is displayed. She did metal work, she does tile work, she does painting, she takes gift bags and makes artwork that is just unbelievable. So, I mean, the woman's talent is extraordinary. So we were able to celebrate Sylvia's birthday with her, and it was really, really an honor. And the only problem, I didn't get to do her gallery showing that they had displayed in her other home in New Jersey. And they had the art museum gallery up there that she had a whole showing of all of her artwork. So I want to wish Sylvia a happy birthday again, and it's an honor to know her. And with that, I'm going to just end on that wonderful note.
District 4.
Thank you, Mayor. I think everything is scratched off my list, and I don't know if Michelle mentioned it. I know the Davie Fire Rescue hosting its 2nd annual Teen Safety. Did you mention that? I was not paying attention. I was talking to Councilmember Starkey, and I missed that. So everything is off my list, and the first community meeting that will take place August 3rd is it here at Pine Island. Was that mentioned? Wow, you got everything. So now I'm just going to talk from my heart. Okay. Tonight some people said something about our council. And I want to say this. I own a very successful company. I do very, very, very well. I don't do this for any power or money, believe me. But I speak for everyone up here on this council when I say that we love this town. I don't mind taking and leaving my job or coming in here late or coming in during the day and meeting with residents that have a concern about something. We all have a love for this town. And when I say that, I'm not saying it just for me. I know my colleagues up here, and we all do love this town immensely. And I'll tell you something else. I've served with these people up here. You don't see us running for any other office. You don't see us running for the county. You don't see us running for state or using this to jump and go to another thing. We're really not politicians. We're people that had the time and the energy to devote time to a town that we love. And we love this town. And if you look at the budget, what you saw tonight, where we are, where we pay taxes, what our police department, our fire department are, I think my colleagues and I up here have done a pretty good job. And so that's where I'm going to leave it, okay? But when you email us and you call us, we get back. We get back to you because we care about it, because we care about this town and the people that live here. And that's all I have to say about it.
Thank you very much for speaking from the heart, and I know everybody thanks you for those comments. And I have to say what I've always said. This town is my passion. I've been here a long time. I moved to Davie to give my horse a vote. And that's what it's all about. We want to do things to make this a better community and to keep it as much as we can, bearing the knowledge of private property rights, keeping it with the Western theme, the royal lifestyle, and the importance of open space and acquisition of parkland to keep it from being developed. That's basically one of the reasons why we've acquired land for parks. Even if they don't get developed right away, it still is holding back development on those properties. So open space is very vital to the whole theme and heart of Davie. Thank you very much for being with us this evening. Mr. Lemack, do you have any comments?
I do, Mayor. Just one reminder announcement so people can plan in advance. But on Tuesday, August 4th is National Night Out at Betty Booth Roberts Park from 5:30 to 8 p.m. There'll, of course, be police representatives, fire, food, and for those that might not remember, National Nights Out is our annual community building campaign that's held to promote police community partnerships and, more importantly, neighborhood camaraderie. So I just wanted to put that out, and we've made those announcements, but I figured I can't hurt to say it again.
Good, thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you, that's all I have.
Mr. Weinthal,
No, Mayor, I have nothing.
are there any objections to us leaving tonight? We're adjourned.